Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions video that I've been waiting a really long time to do. This is from Evolve. Now, some of you will recognize that as Blade Runner Systems BRS. Their folding line. So BRS normally does ballast songs, and they kind of cut their teeth doing that and built quite a name for themselves. And they announced probably about 2 years ago that they were going to do a line of folders, and it was fairly early after that that they started sharing some models. And one of the first models they shared was the one we've got to take a look at here. And I was excited about it way back then. And so I've been waiting for this knife all that time. Finally, I've got this guy in my hot little hands. So first thing, I left this in the packaging because I kind of wanted to show you the box that they use is pretty nicely done, but the package here is even more impressive, and the price point on this is not outrageous. So there's the knife itself. So you can see this is based on the Gavko Thresher. I'll move that out of the way for a second to show you. You do get a microfiber cloth and a little sticker and business card all in there. So very nicely done. I've got to say, like I've had custom knives that didn't come in packaging this nice. So this is really well done. Got to give BRS some credit for that. Now let's go ahead and get to the knife itself. So there we are. This is the BRS Thresher. Sometimes it's called XL, but there's really only one version of this. I guess the only other thing to talk about is that there was a drop collaboration built by of this exact same design, right? The exact same custom design, except this is quite a bit bigger, which to me is actually a lot more satisfying. And I've got to say, this is a knife that is really impressive, and just puts a huge smile on my face to sort of hold this and get to play with it a little bit, and of course share it with you guys. Very cool knife. So Gavko Thresher, we're all probably quite familiar with Michael Gavko by this point. And we're even familiar with this model because last year, I guess, or maybe the year before, 2018, 2019, sometime in there, there was the Gavko Thresher from Mastrop that I referred to a second ago. So pretty well-known model, now released by BRS in their Evolve line. And I have to say, I'm really happy to see this in this size. This guy is fairly substantial, okay? So this is not going to be for those of you who like the little knives, not at all. But for me, and for those of you like me who like the bigger stuff, you're going to enjoy this an awful lot. So let's give you a quick rundown on the numbers. This is a big knife, 8 7/8 overall, 3 7/8 on the blade length, 5 inches on the handle, 4¼ inch grip area plus this choil. So you've got quite a lot of space there. Moving over to the other big consideration here, of course, it's fairly thin, about ½ inch thick, but it is fairly hefty. Okay, so this guy does weigh in at 5.9 ounces. So yeah, hefty knife, although for the size that it is at 9 inches, that's not too bad. I will say the price point on this is quite reasonable, and so there's no milling in here, and perhaps that was a cost-saving measure. Let's quickly run down the features on this guy before I kind of give you my thoughts on it. So up front here we have a fairly substantial hunk of S35 VN. This happens to be the black wash finish, blue anodized thumb stud, blue anodized backspacer, which I think really makes the knife pop. I really love the combination of the black and the blue. I will make a comment about that in a second because there's one minor change I would have loved to see, but not a big deal. Titanium frame lock, of course, on bearings, lock bar insert, milled clip, and the clip is black, which is an interesting choice. I kind of anticipated it to be that it would be the same exact color as the frame with that black wash on it, but nope, it's not. It is movable, so left or right hand tip up carry. All right, and I have to add one of the things that really I've noticed immediately is the action on this is very, very nice. So if you watch it drop shut here, well, I caught it on the detent ball. So there you go. Look at that. Just a really, really nice action. Not just a total guillotine, but just very smooth, very clean dropping shut like that. Really, really enjoyable. The detent is dialed in very nicely, so it flips out with quite a bit of authority, but it's not uncomfortable or difficult to flip. All those things are things that I tend to look for in a higher end titanium frame lock like this. The last point that I have to make here before I finish up is the price point. So these come in at $189. So that's a really, really aggressive price point. Like you think about the competitors out there, that's really nice. And so to get a knife that's this well put together with those materials, uh, 189 is fantastic. Now, obviously, this is a first impression, so I haven't cut anything. I haven't put it in my pocket. I haven't had a chance to really see if any issues develop over time. You'll have to wait for the full review for that. But my first impression is very, very positive. I will say this. This is obviously not a knife for everybody. It's big. It's aggressive. You got that great big clip point S35 VM blade. By the way, it is a flat grind here, and you got this nice little top swedge. The only change that I would make to this, and I think it would be really, really cool if BRS, if you're watching, it would be awesome to see this exact knife just with satin on the primary bevels. And I feel like that would just add a bit of detail and, make this really, really pop. As it stands, it's completely fine. The overall black theme definitely goes along with the shark name. All right, it really does capture that the sort of shark-ish look, if you will. Oh, one detail I should point out here, this really nice blue backspacer. They've done BRS is sort of famous for these chevrons here, and so they've added a little bit of a flourish there that indicates they've done this, and then you've got the Evolve line there, but otherwise very, very sterile knife. That's, I guess, the other thing I should point out here. Look how clean, and I have to say that I think is a big win as well. I wish that the mass drop version would have done a similar thing. I also wish that the mass drop version was bigger, so this is basically exactly what I would want. So yeah, if you want a cool knife design that's big and well built and very impressive, I do have to say this is one striking knife in this size. This really, really stands out, and it to me is very, very satisfying. Full belly on that blade. Yeah, so I'm getting back into a description mode here, so let me back out. So look, guys, big, beautiful knife, great design. BRS has done a great job putting this together. The action is really nice. The detent is dialed in. I don't see any fit and finish issues that at least jump out at me right away. As I say, I'll reserve full judgment till the full review is ready, but so far so good. This is a really, really cool knife, and I'm pretty glad to be able to check this out. And it's been a long wait, but I'm pretty happy to get my hands on it. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the links down in the description. This one did come from Justin over at White Mountain Knives, and so use my discount code, save yourself 10% if you want one of these, and that puts the price point down even a little bit lower. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.